Hey everyone, so I just wanted to briefly talk about, the intelligence trap and why smart people make dumb decisions. And we could just start off by answering that question. Why do smart people make dumb decisions? And simply because they think that their expertise in their field correlates to expertise in all fields. And while there's some overlap, obviously there will be some overlap. Like just because I know about neuroscience doesn't mean I'm great at carpentry. Hey, I can't give nobody advice on carpentry. Like I like neuroscience. You feel me? So that's that's one of the things that people fall into. Like they think that just because they made a great discovery in one field, that they can do it in any field. Which, they can if they put time and effort into it. But like just right off the bat, like that they know more than someone else who studies it, which isn't true. So that's one thing, and kind of how to avoid these. And one is notice your biases. First cognitive biases and your confirmation biases. And your confirmation biases are things that you look at only from your point of view. So, this is an easy one. People say that, being vegan is healthy. All right, well, look at the downsides to it, and there are some obvious downsides. Look to it. Look at that. Don't just look at, oh, it's supposed to make you healthier. Supposed to do this, supposed to do that. Like that's one thing that, thankfully I learned. And also, along with the confirmation and cognitive biases, you want to have other people's opinions on the same thing you're looking at, because different minds perceive it differently. So, like if you ask someone who's like don't know it all, like they're not even a layman, they just don't know it all, and if you ask them a question about it, they'll probably think about it differently from the way that you think about it, whatever the situation may be, or whatever the object that you're talking about is. So that really helps to allow you to see it from multiple angles and to get the correct angle. So, that's kind of how to stay out of the intelligence trap. And there's some other things too, like, you know, just because you have, high IQ doesn't mean that you're good at everything. And likewise, just because you have a low IQ doesn't mean you're not good. So it's, with intelligence, there's a lot of different types of intelligence. But I think I can't say there's a one that's better than another, because they're all like wonderful, like they're all wonderful in their own respect. So I can't say that there's like intellectual humility, which is basically seeing your cognitive biases. I can't say that that's better than emotional intelligence, which is knowing yourself, your emotions, and being able to discern other people's emotional states. So it's kind of it's kind of one of those things where it's like something like you can only put your skill points into so much. If you talking about like life as a video game, if you into that theories, I think that theory is pretty funny, and it's honestly kind of true because with reading books, that's like I put my skill points into just knowledge. So that's really cool, and also just to like end this video off, we can answer like what is the meaning of this book, and I would just say that the meaning of this book is so you could just notice your biases and make rational decisions, like as a whole, like for anything, like for anything you could think of any example. Like I use vegan, we could say working out, or we could say that one team is better than another, or like PS4 and Xbox. I notice your biases for things like that, so you can really make rational decisions and make the best decisions. So I would say I would say almost true, but in some situations, like you're gonna have to make split second decisions, so you won't be able to rationalize it fully. But I would say this is mostly true. So this was the intelligence trap and how to get out of it.